get rid of him at first opportunity. Right, you guys will be stuck in Inverness, and there's nothing you can do about it. We've taken hell. Let's keep on moving. Move up in the world. These poor suckers, they can't get to it. I will just enjoy ticking war score, not to mention my blockades on them, giving me decent war score. And I've already raided them to hell and back, which feels pretty amazing. It looks like that's the bulk of their fleet, so once I'm done here I could actually move in more of my fleet to deal with them. I still want more lights though, I never have enough lights. Okay, making one isn't gonna break the bank here, but let's just try to build a whole bunch of them together. Once I have the British Isles in its entirety, making fleets for Europe will be pretty simple. The stuff I stole off of Spain should make things pretty easy overall in the New World. Dang, did they just do this switcheroo around me here? Yeah, of course they did. They can get to Argyle. So they did. They just went around me. Well, you're a lost cause unless you can get out of there real fast, which you cannot. Or we put up a fight and try to save you, but this is probably not going to be worth it at all. I would like to actually try to defend some of my mercenaries here, because they do cost professionalism to rehire, and I do want to keep relatively good professionalism. We slipped below, go figure. Oh, it's a bad day to be British. And they don't really have a lot of places to hire from either. One day you might all be like Edgar Carlton. It's nice having multicultural court, some good events associated with it. Of course there are also bad events associated with it, so I guess it's as good as you feel lucky. People want military access because they're at war with the Ottomans. Take it, man. Okay, so earlier on somebody was saying, oh, who is ever going to contain the Ottomans? I bet Russia could. The Ottomans and Russia are now at war. The Ottomans attacked, so they're the ones that feel most cocksure about it. And like I said before, the good money is on Ottomans. Does mean that they're unlikely to attack me anytime soon. So I hope for a long, long, very prolonged war between the two of them. Russia is big, so hopefully they'll make good of that. Oh, I got you and you just hanging around down here, doing a whole load of not much. These battles are not making nor breaking the war, but every little bit helps. What would also help is me denying them free access into Argyle up here. Whole bunch of cores, grand. I still want to put you to work. I've got you folks here, and I said I want you to privateer Alexandria, so please get on it. Otherwise, all these other ships I've made, trade fleets, a lot of them, including the ones down here. There's quite a few of them. Please go and join up over in Cebu. Oh man, the Cebus want to rise up as well. That is unpleasant. I'd rather not have them. I'll just give them autonomy. It's no big deal. Poor British. They're almost ready to tap out. Maybe I'm projecting a bit for that, but I think they're ready to tap out. Tiny little thing there. That charge infantry would have been ready before these guys made it there, so I split these guys so they would get there first. One of these guys would reinforce here, and we're all good to go. I explained that because something hit me when I was watching Summer Games Done Quick. It was somebody saying, you know, it might be the 100th time you've played this speedrun, but there will be people watching who have never even seen the game before and they don't know what's going on. I like to think most of the people that watch this know the game inside out as I do, but I can't take that for granted. It's not that all my streams are going to become beginner mode streams, but it's little things, like when I explain the control clicking to get only your navies. Cowardly forces once again trying to take me on, but they're... oh, it's my transports versus their transport. Okay, all I have are transports. Why did I think they were galleys? Well, even so, my transports are superior. I could just baselessly claim that. Alright, he surely is barely hanging on now. Lothian and all its mighty development has fallen, and that's it. That's the British end of. Question is how much more I really want to take out of this. I would not mind at all having Sutherland for myself. I should actually grab it first. Makes it cheaper to take on the war table. Naxosian base ideas question comes in. Tolerance, fabrication claims reduction, diplomatic annexation cost. Force limit for our navy, galley compatibility, but they're both pretty small ones. This is surprisingly big. Morale hit when losing a ship, minus 20%. In big naval battles, especially ones where we lose a lot of galleys, that one helps out because my ships actually stick around. Embargo efficiency rather, and privateer efficiency. Privateer efficiency especially being good. That army tradition is a joke. The national unrest is nice, but it's tiny. Tech cost, again, nice but small. And core creation cost, always pleasant. Draken, I'm happy to have Draken get a bit of extra unrest. It's just that kind of game. Let's get our armies up north, because I'm not about to unite anything down south. Somebody makes a stupid suggestion that I should take Constantinople, despite knowing fine well what this campaign is all about. I wonder what drives a man to do such a thing. Lesser Denmark's not looking too good. Oh, it would have been so funny if Sjælland had fallen. Then I could have just popped in and taken it. It is so tempting for me to take Sjælland. It's a great province. It would make a fine addition, but... I think the war with Denmark's going to be a protracted one, and I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is my war exhaustion's just... It's hard to bring down passively. Alright, as I said, the war with Britain is over. I might as well just take everything I can, and the risk of coalition's just something I'll shrug off. I mean, none of these people... Okay, Spain are actually a pain if they join a coalition against me. I could sit on this for a little while and have a bunch of these guys leave. I could alternatively not take Lothian, and then most people kind of see the funny side. Don't know why people are so mad at me. What did I even do to them? Nah, I'd rather take all the Scottish provinces in one go. If we eat coalition sandwich, then so be it. We can handle it. In terms of naval powers, really it just includes Spain. And Spain just got thrashed by Italy, so I'm not too worried about that. Otherwise, it's people that have navies that I just laugh at the very thought of. Alright, and the overextension's not a concern either. The coring cost is, but let's not worry about it. Let's just be happy and take it. Man, feels good to be on top. Let's get over to Lothian, where there's plenty of supply limit for us. Let's also get our transport navy over to Lothian. Holding this is no longer of concern, so I don't see a need to hold on to Ulster as a fort. So I'll just get rid of it. It's proven its worth. Northumberland is still worth having as a fort because it essentially blocks the British from going further north than that, unless they do nasty things with the Hebrides. But why would they do such a thing? Otherwise, it's time to start claiming more more English coastline, because I accept English. I honestly wouldn't have a problem accepting Scottish as well. Let's see. Apparently I should accept Castilian over my dead body. Alright, but we have cores and cores to worry about. Lothian, Ayrshire, Aberdeen, Sutherland, Inverness, home. Not that I've spent any time in Inverness ever. Alright, do we still want to sit around and do horrible things to the Dutch? I'm thinking yes. We almost make the money back on our heavy fleet by doing so. Oh yeah, Ditmarshen's here as well. Shame I don't have enough heavies to do them justice, but we could pop in and out. Just say hello. Oh, okay, that's a shame. He runs away. I still feel the burn of lack of fleet here. Lights would be so good just for having spare for blockading up. Something wrong with music? Asks Sir El Dorado. Y'all, you'd be the first one to ask, so I don't think there is. And somebody was asking how the New World looks. This is how it looks. I don't count this or this as an island, so I'm not going to take it. The smaller islands around them are a different matter entirely, which is why we took this, and these, and even this. I want to have all of this, because I think it'll look awesome. Sadly, the areas are all messed up, so that's going to hurt me. I always need more force limit for my navy, so is there anywhere that could give me good shipyards? Cumbria. Other than that, these are not really. Oh, these are all over here, aren't they? In which case, absolutely, because they're going to become zero autonomy before too long. I don't mind burning money on this. Even getting +1 is like getting +3 for me, so that's alright. Jake, you have a lazy merchant. Unbelievable. I haven't even been thinking about trade nodes. But I probably should. There's the likes of the Philippines, where I have a whole bunch of power. But really, I want to privateer them all into the sun. Ah, hell, let's just collect here and worry about the logistics of it later. I have a navy here. I finally have a navy here. Let us consider where best to use them. Like Malacca. God, they have a lot of guns. They do not want anybody privateering there. Well, it's a shame, because I'm about to go privateering there. Over we come. As expected, the coalition is forming. The biggest concern is that Spain will likely join it. And they want all my land, but I mean, look at Spain, they just got hammered. Oh yeah, we're coming along here. Why not just raid some coasts along the way? We have 7 active cardinals. We are madmen at this. I'd still like to become Papal Controller. Let's invest a wee bit more into that. Let's just do a cheeky little raid while we're here. Yoink. I could raid a bit more down here, but I will. Oh, right, there's anti-piracy measures, go figure. Well, get back to privateering Alexandria. I will raid the whole coastline very soon. And I will also... I want to convert Rumden, but it probably still has... Yeah, it's got religious zeal for a few months. Hardly any, actually. Cool. Other than that, there are not many places that affect my religious unity in any serious capacity. Finn has very high autonomy, so it would be very expensive to do. And I can't lower that because I'm at war, go figure. Lawland, less of a burden, but still more expensive than I'm willing to invest into. Yeah, Rumden's the one I want to do, but I increased autonomy on Rumden as well, so... I've got no problem keeping you around, but I'm not going to convert things for a wee while, because religious unity is not a big concern for me. My Muckle army is sitting here in Lothian, wondering what to do. We could actually go and invade Shelland, but it's risky. If I don't take it down really fast, the Danes are almost certainly going to come and kick me in the teeth. And I don't want them to kick me, much less in the teeth. Let's go and take a fight with these guys. I just want to pick on the Dutch Navy for a bit. Is Meow the right one to do it? I'd rather have extra movement speed, all things considered. Yeah, just feels good to peel the enemy apart. Damn, that does feel good. Anything obsolete? Because if it's obsolete, away it goes. Now, about this army. About this army. I'm not entirely sure what to do with it all right now. Where are they most needed? Also, this is a bit of a joke of a coalition. I'm unsure what to do with the Danes, truthfully. Right? They have money that they could certainly give to me, and I would not be opposed to taking it. Shelland, I could take or leave. I could probably do with easing off on European expansion for a bit. I mean, I'm going to nibble away at Great Britain every 15 years, but there's no need for me to antagonize mainland Europe. I mean, I don't want France and Spain, and even potentially Italy getting involved when I still have to deal with the Ottomans on a regular basis. I should be looking to spread my wings over to the likes of Kia. Come on, why did they ally Spain? Well, Spain wouldn't join in. Interesting. I totally don't have the admin for this, but interesting. Of course, the Danes continue to do this to me all while I'm trying to figure out how best to ruin other people's days. That light ship should join in the privateering here. I wonder if they're retreating. Are they scared or something? Nah, it doesn't look like it. And those transports are superfluous. Kind of. They are brigs. I do like having brigs. And I do have 36 with a bit more. You know what, brigs? You're going to get a second lease at life over there in Lothian. The Dithmarschen fleet managed to sneak out. Yeah, I saw that. I saw them sneak their way over here. That Dutch fleet isn't of much concern, so let's contain... Oh, hang on. There's the Dithmarschen fleet. And it contains some heavies, so I'd rather bring in a world of pain on them. Oh, now that was a world of pain. These poor guys. Very nearly feel sorry for them. You guys picked up an extra galleon. I don't need extra galleons at this point, so I'll just take the free sailors. Okay, these guys are too scared to keep privateering Lübeck. Poor guys. Is it raid o'clock yet on this whole area? Not yet. October. Okay, end of this year. So 16 basically. We go on a raiding rampage. Uh-oh, attrition, Jake. Attrition where? That's not telling me a whole lot. Keep that privateering going. I like money. I like it a lot. Army, where? What do I do with this army? Also, why am I not making claims on the English? I would quite like Lancaster and... Oh, I can't take any more just yet. I didn't make my claims on the Danes, but I already have my claim on Shelland, so that's looking alright for me. Right, what I will do though, is I'll bring you folks over, and you will now privateer in Malacca, and wherever possible, I want you to raid. I don't have too much to worry about in the old world, despite despite the current war. So this is pretty good, 50 ducats or so. I'm making a lot of enemies around here, but that's to be expected. Palatinate don't like me either, again, not unexpected. The raiding efficiency isn't great around here because of, well, they have a lot of guns protecting it. However, it's good enough for now. Yeah, I'm liking this. We strive for a lot of equality around here. Everybody is equally welcome to row my boats. What's the main goal for the Danish war? I haven't figured it out yet. I'm untouchable. Oh, that's what I'm choosing to believe here. They really can't do much harm to me. Wait, where'd my fleet go? There we go. What are you actually getting out of Malacca? Quite a lot. 662 trade power. Yeah, I think the amount of power we get here is pretty phenomenal. But the dosh from privateering Malacca is about 8 ducats a month. We're finally starting to break even on the money situation. This is good. This is very good. Once our war reps from the Ottomans expire, that'll be a different story. We'll be back down in deficit city. But that's okay. Manilan and Panga Whatsits want to rise up yet again. Yeah, not a lot I can do about the Panga Whatsits. I don't even know why they're so angry. Maybe they had an issue before I strolled on in and made the place mine. Still though, I got no real problem with harshly treating them. We're miles ahead on military tech, and it saves me having to swing my troops around there. But before I answer that question, which wasn't really a question, it's what do I want to do with my troops? Anytime they're sitting around here not fighting, they're essentially wasting good time and opportunity. I mean, do I fight Spain? Well, it's not like these guys are a big concern. And these islands don't mean much to me because the Berbers beat me to these raids anyway, like clockwork. No, what I should be doing is getting my fingers deep down into Kilwa whilst they're distracted. Or rather, whilst Spain is distracted. How is Italy killing Spain so hard? Tech 17 isn't a big deal. Let's have a look at this. Oh, okay. This is probably a big part of it. France, Burgundy, Venice, Italy. Frankly, Spain never stood a chance. And Italy just want this land back. Jake, what ideas should I take as France? Any, you're France, you'll be fine. Just take the ideas that you feel the biggest affinity to, because nothing else truly matters for you there. Can't believe Venetian's still accepted. Alright, I'm just trying to think where to expand from here. Taking more land in Europe isn't going to help. I should probably go the Kilwa route and then do what I can to just murder along here. And that includes taking this island from Vijayanagar because it'll allow me to go all along this coastline and raid and raid and raid. Also, I've never heard of Hadramut, but they have a province that looks pretty good to me. They're allied with Muckle Hormuz, though. Oh, right. Why in the world am I not raiding China? Something wrong with my head? China's there, and I'm not raiding it. That's the problem with my split attention here. Alright, yeah, I should definitely be digging deeper into Asia. I just need to throw down the claims and essentially the land will be mine if I ship myself over. But that's not without its problems, right? I have no real admin power to spare, even though I invest what I can into it. Japan, Jake. Bit tougher, that one. A little bit tougher. I want to raid and privateer Ming, though. That would feel so good. Yeah, all this money goes away, but I wonder if I can actually raid Beijing. That would be cool. Yeah, however you cut it, I want to fight down and around here. So I should probably move my army over to St. Helena. It has a supply limit just for them. And then if I move in for Kilwa as well, I can have my navy pretty much block off the island. And then I take a sizable chunk out of it. Take a bit to build up the war score, but that's okay. How do pirates rank on the world stage? We're working our way up. 732. But we're going to have to break the 4 digits if we want to take on Ming, Russia, Spain, and of course the Ottomans. They'll come at us every time they bloomin' well can. Still want this island from the Vijayanagaris. Imagine the possibilities. I'm always burning on light ships though. I need more light ships all the time. Just wait until the big upgrade comes. It's going to hurt to upgrade all those light ships at Tech 19, but it must be done. No more worthy shipyards in my view. Alright, let's just commit to it. We're going to build up a bunch more light ships. We're going to invade Kilwa because Spain are so trash they'll never help them. We're going to spread our aggressive expansion woes that way. We're going to raid Ming. We should just have a jolly good time of it all. One of the nice things about high force limits is that as the higher it goes, you know, being 100 over force limit when you have 100 force limit is pretty tragic. When you're 100 over force limit when you have 350 force limit is considerably less bad. So I'm not too worried about being 441 out of 329. Not yet, at least. Also, before I forget about them, I need to deal with these guys. I really don't want to increase autonomy because it's painful. It is certainly painful, but they're only going to rise up. Oh well. Even these guys? I mean, are you really going to rise up right about now? Mangowotsits? Gonna take like 4 years, they're at 50%. Let's face it, they'll do it eventually. And then you guys as well, but you're a bigger concern. You are the Pangawotsits. Treat them harshly, which is something I very rarely do, but I just don't want to eat any issues there. I could harsh treat you, but I could also just reduce my war exhaustion and not worry about that either. I really want the advisor for national unrest, because this is getting expensive. So with that done, I'm going to bring you guys. I'm going to pray that 36k is enough. Kilwa have kicked me in the face before. 19 heavy ships and 66,000 strong army. Kilwa's ideas are not great. Well, their army ones are. I'm just going to hope that their army is over on the mainland. Regrettably, I'm going to be pulling you away from here when the Dutch navy has not been dealt with. Tell me about the Dutch army, actually. It looks a bit pants. In fact, it looks like the Dutch don't really even exist, almost as if they're in some kind of other war against nations that are better on land. Call me crazy, but that's just what I'm reading into here. Maybe, just maybe, we should take a detour on our way to St. Helena and deal with the Dutch. Why are you getting 3 transports? I don't even. Come now, MTSC2. There are places to be and people to kill. Am I happy with this situation? Not necessarily. Let's have you be at the 30-something that you need to be. We'll get rid of the injured ones first, and then the ones that aren't brigs. 40 is satisfactory. 12,000 can stay here. You folks go and join up with those heavies. Do you think you'll be able to raid Ming to the point of exploding? No, I don't, but they don't need to explode. I just need to feel satisfied with what I take from them.